turn your dreams into reality during NuMark Credit Union's home improvement sale. For a limited time, enjoy a low interest rate on their interest-only home equity line of credit. Use your savings to make home improvements, finance higher education, take a trip, and more. NuMark Credit Union has options for you, so call them at 815-729-3211 or visit newmarkcu.org to learn more. That's newmarkcu.org, NUMARKCU.org. Equal housing opportunity lender. NuMark Credit Union, where you are family. We'd also like to remind you that we're going to be giving away a $25 Visa gift card compliments of NuMark Credit Union. We'll do that at the end of the program. What's the question going to be? Well, I can't tell you. You have to listen to the next several minutes because somewhere in everything that we talk about with Sonny and with Hector, there will be the answer to the question. So listen closely, people. $25 could be yours at the end of our time together. Sonny Patel is a branch manager with NuMark Credit Union. Nice enough to join us on the Turk Furniture studio line. Hi, Sonny.
Hey, Scott. What's going on, man?
Not much. Thanks for coming on. Long time no talk. Everything good with you?
Everything's good, buddy. Everything's good.
Awesome. All right. And Hector Ochoa is here as well. He's a financial service representative with NuMark Credit Union. Hi, Hector.
Hey, Scott.
Thanks, guys. Yep, absolutely. Thank you very much for coming on. We appreciate it. So today we're going to be talking about what to know about a home equity line of credit. Sonny, before we do that, kind of give us an update. We have... we made it through an incredible rough couple of years, and I think everything's pretty much 100% back to normal at NuMark, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, one word to describe what's going on was epic. Our volunteer board of directors started the year by granting a member dividend bonus totaling $1 million. And thank you to our member owners who are our biggest supporters. So it was an amazing year close and a great start to 2022.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, Hector, what have you seen? Being a representative, somebody that gets in there and works with the community directly, everybody's probably back to functioning and everybody's back coming in and getting some good information about your credit union, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I've seen a lot of our members get back on their feet, no longer having disturbances, at their jobs. So, everything is all well, and lending is, very strong this past year and this year.
There we go. Well, today we're going to be talking to Sonny and Hector about home equity lines of credit. Heloc is another way to say that. So, Sonny, we'll go ahead and start with you. What is a Heloc or home equity line of credit?
So, basically, it's a secure loan that you borrow against the equity that has been built in your home. So, if you've done a lot of remodeling or, kitchen, bath, remodel, things like that, addition, you can build more equity into your home, and then you could take out a home equity line of credit to utilize that line for, upcoming projects and things like that.
Okay. So this isn't like a refi. This is a line of credit.
Correct. So it's a second mortgage. It's a line of credit, what gives you the flexibility to draw funds when you need, like for emergency or a vacation or a debt consult. Basically, you can use this line for whatever you want.
Nice. Very, very cool. I'm sure, Hector, there are specific qualifications for someone who wants to open up a home equity line of credit.
Yeah, Scott, most definitely. The most important thing is we got to be breathing at the time of the closing, and
all right.
Secondly, we got to have the ability to pay that back, Scott. So, in order for me to do that, I ask that you give me 2 recent payroll stubs so we can verify your income. If you're not working at the moment, I take your Social Security award letters, maybe your pension award letters if you're getting paid that way. For my self-employed borrowers or those who have rental income, I'll go ahead and ask for 2 years of your most recent tax returns. And then the other documents that will support the approval will be your homeowner's insurance policy, your real estate tax bill, a couple of bank statements, and an investment statement, like a 401k.
Okay. All right. How important, Hector, is credit, your credit score, when it comes to home equity lines of credit?
Well, the way the credit score is playing a factor is the better the score, the lower your rate is. So, the nice thing about it is we don't have any, minimum credit score requirements. But again, if you take care of the score, you'll have a lower rate.
Okay, I got you. Good. Sonny, let's talk a little bit about equity. I think you briefly touched on it at the start of our time together here, but specifically speaking, equity, people hear these financial terms and they're not real familiar with it. It's pretty easy to understand once someone explains it to them. So what is equity?
It's basically the difference between how much you owe on your first mortgage and what your home is worth. For example, if your home currently is worth $200,000, we can lend up to 80%, which is called loan to value. So basically they just take what they think their home is worth, multiply it by 80%. So if we use the example of $200,000, we're at $160,000, and then you subtract what you owe on your first mortgage. So in this scenario, if you owed $100,000, then you have $60,000 equity built into your home.
And that's equity that you can use, and that's how this whole Heloc, home equity line of credit, comes into play.
Correct. When the applicant applies, the loan officer will run an evaluation on the property and give the consumer a ballpark range of what the equity line would be, and then we have a conversation on, what are you going to be using it for, and give them options as well as far as like terms for loans.
Okay. Pretty simple. Pretty simple to understand. Again, folks, it's equity. It's money that you have in your home. So a lot of people like to use that for all kinds of things, but just put it to use to make your life easier. So many people, Sonny, and I know you've been in this, this line of work for a long time. So many people save, and they wait until they're, quite frankly, too old to enjoy a lot of times.
Absolutely. The word sometimes is scary, but, we take time and we explain it to our members exactly what it is. And if you take time and explain to the consumer exactly what it is, it's not scary. If you want to go back to school, for example, and get an MBA or whatever, you can even use a line to go for higher education. It's such a well-versed line to have because it amortizes out for a period of time, which will give you a reduced monthly payment as well. So it's a great loan to have.
Okay. Hector, how do you find out the value of your home to determine how much equity you actually have?
Yes, Scott, that's a very good question. Usually during my interviews with my members, I usually go to a couple of websites on the internet, Zillow being the most popular. I'm kind of liking Redfin lately. So when I'm doing and building the application, I'm going to use those values first, or maybe like an average. And then after they give me all the documents that I earlier had specified that I need in order to get the approval, and afterwards we go online and we get an online evaluation which will determine the value of your home. And usually that online valuation is spot on, or it's actually above and beyond what the member thought that their home might be valued. So that's the most popular way on me getting the value of your home. Once in a while, when my members say, you know what, I think that's inaccurate, then we'll go ahead and order an appraisal, and I'll help them, getting that ready.
Yeah, you're right. Zillow, and I think you mentioned Redfin also, didn't you, Hector?
Yes,
yeah.
I did. Yep.
They're very good sites. I mean, all you have to do is type in your address to one of those, and it gives you a pretty good idea of where you're at. The benefits, Sonny, let's kind of circle back around. By the way, we're visiting with Sonny Patel, branch manager, NuMark Credit Union, and Hector Ochoa is a financial service representative with NuMark. Coming up in just a little bit, a $25 Visa gift card. Have they already given you the answer yet, or is it still to come? Stick around. Don't go anywhere. It's just a few minutes away. The benefits of having a home equity line of credit. The list is long, Sonny.
It is. But, just for a few of them, it's a line that can be drawn from any time for any reason. Planning dream vacation, don't wait to save for the vacation. This would be a great opportunity to go on vacation, dream getaway. Again, you can reduce your monthly payment by doing a debt consult if you have some high credit card debt out there, higher education, or if you just want to do, put a new patio in, you can use this line for that. So it's basically for whatever you want, you use it.
Nice. Very, very nice. Hector, let's talk specifics now, all right? Let's talk about the draw and repayment methods for this line of credit. Again, phrases people may not be familiar with, but I know you'll explain it simply.
Yeah, most definitely. So the draw, once I open up the lines of credit, you can access those funds within the next 10 years. So a very long period of time, you can access these funds, whether writing a check, transferring money into your checking account. And during the first 10 years, you're only going to be billed only the interest-only payment. All right, once again, I said the interest only. So, let's pretend somebody drew $30,000 at today's rate at 3.25%. Basically, the interest only is only $82 for the month. So anything they give above and beyond that will pay down your principal balance. After the 10 years, the line of credit gets closed, and if you still have an outstanding balance, what we do for our members is we actually amortize that balance for a 20-year loan period, and then after the 20 years, they'll already have all of the monies paid back that they borrowed.
Okay. So it's a 20-year commitment, basically, right?
Correct, yeah. Basically 30 when you think of it. 10 years draw, and then if you have a balance, another 20 years.
Okay, at the most, the 30, but you can pay that back faster, right?
Most of our members do. I haven't seen one member that lasted the full 30 years, and especially lately, with the mortgage rates being very low, a lot of our members, refinanced and paid off their lines of credit with us.
Yeah, that makes good sense. Okay. All right, Sonny, let's say we've done all of this, got our money, we paid it back. When the home equity line of credit term is over, what about renewal?
Yeah, absolutely. You just basically reapply for the loan. The whole purpose of this loan is, emergency, do what you want. So typically, after the 10-year draw, we hardly have any members that have a balance. And so if they want to be able to draw again, we just go through the process. We reapply. Hey, if your appraisal comes back higher, then you get a higher credit line.
Okay. It's that simple. Absolutely. Okay, so Hector, I want you to take your time and give us the specific details on how someone can get started. I know they can call you or just whatever, but and you mentioned it earlier, but if they weren't paying close attention, now you kind of got them hooked. Now you're like, oh, this sounds really good. So kind of give us step-by-step paperwork and what we need to do before we sit down in front of you, and then obviously sitting down in front of you is the end of this thing.
All right, Scott. So, yes, please, gather all of your documents. When I say gather the documents, let's go ahead and get your 2 recent payroll stubs, your 2 years of your most recent tax returns, most recent 2 bank statements for your checking and savings account, your most recent quarterly investment account statement, whether that be a 401k or funds, invested in the market. Get your real estate tax bill ready and your homeowner's insurance policy. Usually that's called your declarations page. Once you have that ready, please, call or stop by and visit us so that way we can, talk it over with you. We have plenty of options and we'd be more than happy to help you.
Okay. How long does the approval process take?
Lately, with my member giving me all the documents that I just rattled off, I can usually get the pre-approval within 24 hours, and then I usually can get this closed within a week.
Wow, that fast. Okay.
Real fast.
All right, good. And Sonny, they can go to any of the NuMark locations to get all this help, right?
Absolutely. So just walk in and they would speak to one of our financial service representatives, and anybody can assist them.
All right. Very, very nice. Well, gentlemen, you have been absolutely fantastic with this information. I will spring you guys. You guys can go about your day, but thank you very much for letting us know everything that we need to know about Helocs. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
Yep. Sonny Patel, Hector Ochoa from NuMark Credit Union. What to know about a home equity line of credit. All right. So here's what we're going to do now. Going to give away a $25 Visa gift card compliments of NuMark Credit Union. And don't forget, you can turn your dreams into reality with the home improvement sale at NuMark. For a limited time, enjoy a low rate on their interest-only home equity line of credit that we've been talking about. Use your savings to make improvements, finance higher education, take a trip, and more. NuMark has options for you, 815-729-3211, or you can visit newmarkcu.org to learn more. That's NUMARKCU.org, equal housing lender. NuMark Credit Union, where you are family. All right, the question today. This is so easy. I feel almost bad asking this question, but I'm going to do it anyway. How about that? Heloc. What does it stand for? You heard us talk about it for the last 20 minutes. Heloc. What does it stand for? 815-254-7300. First correct caller on the Turk Furniture Studio line will get a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark Credit Union. Heloc. What does it stand for? Hi, good morning. You're on WJOL Radio. Who is this?
John.
Hi, John. Where are you calling from today?
Joliet.
John from Joliet. What does Heloc stand for?
Home equity line of credit.
You got it exactly right. That was probably the easiest question I've ever asked.
It
John.
was.
It was.
It was.
All right. Well, you hang on the line. I got to get some information from you, and we'll hook you up with your $25 card, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, John. We appreciate it. It's going to wrap things up for another edition of Money Talk, brought to you by our friends at NuMark Credit Union. Again, you want to get a hold of them about these HELOCs, or as John knew, home equity lines of credit, 815-729-3211.